Noon coffee talk. Let me get you right outside to our tower cam shot. This is in downtown Orlando, obviously looking toward the tourist district. Wow, what a somewhat scary look. Look at all the layers. Obviously, nice big downpour, but you've got some kind of interesting cloud formations on the top. You've got these nasty low clouds. It's just been a stormy afternoon across Central Florida. Let's look elsewhere. Down to the tourist district. Yeah, I figured that camera's not really working. Kennedy Space Center. It is dark and stormy looking into Melbourne. A little bit brighter. Cocoa, just a little bit brighter. Daytona Beach, you working? Meh. A little bit. All right, so let's get right to it. First warning, live Doppler radar. Lots and lots of rain across Central Florida. But look at where we're tracking some of the heaviest activity. First, let's start just to the east of the metro area, out around Bithlo and Wedgefield. I'll bring that up very full screen just so that you could see. From Chuliota down through Bithlo and Wedgefield, the 528, State Road 50, State Road 520, watching these very heavy rains kind of working on through and heading off toward the east. Speaking of toward the east, let's head up toward Mims, Titusville, Scottsmore, Port St. John. Heavy downpours for you. Back over to the metro area. Heavy rains in downtown Orlando. That scary looking tower cam shot was this cluster of rain exiting Walt Disney World, kind of heading toward downtown Orlando. Claremont, Montverde, watching these very heavy rains for you up through Heathrow and Seminole County. Very heavy rains up that direction. Wider perspective, kind of just showing lots and lots of moisture in play. Now, earlier, as we had some storms gumming together, we actually got several reports of, I would just say several weather reports. Let's start here in Longwood. Had the report coming in of a funnel cloud at just about 3:01 this afternoon. So, yeah, that was an interesting little happenstance, we'll say. Glad that we didn't see anything touching the ground, but nevertheless, something to watch. Now, that said, we'll come back out here to the wide perspective. Did have another weather report. Winds over across the coastal areas. Klondike Beach, 41 mile per hour wind gust. And then south of Orlando, hail to the tune of about half of an inch. And again, and of course, as we're sitting here talking, National Weather Service just issues a significant weather advisory for our friends right in here, right around Wedgefield. Now, all of that said, just a reminder, we are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock tonight. A severe thunderstorm watch. What does a severe thunderstorm watch mean? In perhaps overly simplified terms, a severe thunderstorm watch means to watch out. It means that the dynamics are there to get some stronger storms, severe storms firing up, okay? And certainly that's something we've been watching all day long. All right? All right. We can take some of your questions, comments, concerns. David, how are you? Cloudy in Tampa, Ellis says. Indeed. Lauren, afternoon all, just drove through the storm on the 417. Slow crawl. How was that storm to drive through? Roxanne says, as long as we don't have any tornadoes. Thus far, so good, certainly. But that said, no guarantees that that's going to continue. We just have to kind of watch and see how that plays out. Temperatures have been feeding the instability, and you can very clearly tell where we're rain-cooled and where we're not, right? There's readings in the 60s north of town, 70s, and even lower 80s back over toward the metro area. So lots of stormy weather around Central Florida. That weather, by the way, will continue over the next several hours' time. Showers and storms have the potential to be fairly strong through about 7 o'clock. And then after that, we expect the intensity to drop off little by little by little. Debbie says, big thunder rolling through Daytona. Jamie over on YouTube, wife is flying in this evening. Will these storms be out of here? Little by little, they will. When we're looking at the impacts, though, lightning is certainly in there, gusty winds and hail. And the problem is you just can't fly through that. So if we look at the delay map at Orlando International Airport, for now, they're departure delaying running 30 to 45 minutes. But that said, the issue is that The issue is that the flights coming are being held at their spots. There's a ground stop that's been in effect for a good chunk of time. So when we look at the big board at Orlando International Airport, 78 flights are on time, which is great. But notice there are overwhelmingly more flights that are delayed, and there's actually quite a few flight cancellations, all thanks to these showers and thunder showers that have been marching through our area this afternoon. Okay, so keep that in mind. Tomorrow, by the way, can we chat about tomorrow? There's another opportunity for strong to severe storms. I think tomorrow's opportunity is going to be just a little north of our area. You can see, just looking at the severe risk, notice Panama City, Tallahassee, Live Oak, that's a level 3 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. Into our area, we do get a little closer around Marion and Flagler counties. Those are level 2 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. And then into basically Orlando just to the north, that's a level 1 risk for strong to severe storms. And then we look ahead to Saturday, where just about all of Central Florida under a level 2 risk for strong to severe storms. What does this mean? It means this. We are in a very active weather pattern right now, okay? For tomorrow, we have an impact day. Means weather's going to impact your plans. One or two could try to get a little stronger. A warning day, which is Saturday, means that the weather is potentially dangerous. And in this case, certainly something we'll have to watch. So that said, let's look at Futurecast. You know what? Let's do it this way. Hold on a second. Let's look at Futurecast, and what we'll do is we'll look at the storms as they're kind of pushing through right now, okay? So there's, 5, 6 o'clock, much of the worst of the weather's moving out. For tomorrow, watch how the morning already yields some of those nastier storms north of us, right? And they're going to continue rolling through one after another through late morning, through the early afternoon. The one thing that I'll be curious about is this. Let me just back it up a couple of frames here. Notice right through the metro, right there, you see how we develop a couple of storms into the early afternoon? How strong do those get, right? Because the atmosphere is going to be charged enough. Do they get stronger? Do they get severe? That's certainly something that we'll have to watch. So that's Friday. Notice that even through sunset, our northern areas are getting the storms. And then into Saturday, and then I'll get to your questions. I apologize. There's Saturday 9. There's Saturday 10 a.m. Nasty storms marching through our northern areas. 11, 12 o'clock, those storms are marching right into the metro area. 1, 2 o'clock marching out. And then by 3, 4, 5 o'clock, aside from a few lingering showers, we are looking better and better and better. So we just have some nasty storms these next couple of days. Again, for now, a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for our area until 9 o'clock tomorrow. I think we'll probably have more severe weather threats. I think that they will probably be north of our area. And then for Saturday, I think we'll probably have another opportunity for strong to severe weather. So certainly something that we have to watch closely. Sabir's is saying had some hail in Altamont Springs a little bit ago. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Let's pop back over to our tower cam. I want to look back here. Yeah, as that line of downpour action gets closer and closer to the metro area there. Does that affect Ocala, the severe storm watch? I would say if we look to the first warning Doppler radar, Ocala, you're just seeing showers. The nastier stuff is the metro area off to the south for right now, okay? So yeah, Ocala, I would say for you, the threat for severe weather is probably pretty low for today, but I would add a comma and say that for tomorrow, we're actually looking at a pretty decent chance for some stronger storms up by you. Let's see here. Mary, we just had windswept winds. Thought I would grab my cushions. What do you mean windswept rains? Brian, I know that you're able to issue watches and warnings for hurricanes up to 48 hours in advance. My question is, how far in advance are you able to issue watches or warnings for regular thunderstorms? Yeah, those are kind of more game time decisions, if I'm honest. All right. Sandy, you've done an excellent job in keeping us informed of the weather. I hear thunder coming from Orlando to Cocoa area right now. Oh, absolutely. Look at the radar. Let's zoom in there. The skies are closing in here in Brevard County for sure. If you're in Cocoa, you can see that storm coming in from Orange County getting closer. And then there's actually a little thunderstorm complex south of Cocoa Beach that's marching your direction as well. Debbie, not a, no drive-through tomorrow. Too much weather going on. Yeah, too much weather going on. The rains... Speaking of which, the rains have picked back up at my house, which I'm never going to complain about. All right, so tomorrow, impact day, especially north of town. For Saturday, we're looking at the threat for severe weather for our entire area. Just showed that to you on Futurecast. Then what happens afterward? Are you ready? Are you ready for a big change? Seriously, I feel like I'm talking to my toddler, but roll with me, okay? Are you ready? Look at these temperatures Sunday morning. 33 degrees. Are you kidding me, Ocala? 36 in Leesburg? Seriously? 41 in Orlando? Yeah, this is all real. These chills are moving back into town. And then Sunday afternoon, look at that. 50s and 60s for daytime highs. Wow. Wow. All right. So who's ready for the chill? I hope we all are, because we're all going to get it. Meteorologist Cam Tran and meteorologist Alex Alisi are in and on duty this afternoon, chatting all about these changing weather conditions. Yeah, lots going on in the world of weather. They're going to be timing things out, getting brand new Futurecast model data, and of course, they're going to be going over the impact weather day, the alert day. All right, but and I always say this, it's a shameless plug. But I feel no guilt whatsoever. Be sure to download the WESH 2 weather app. Just the WESH 2 app, actually. It's all one now. Turn on those notifications. Not only does it let you know when there are strong to severe storms, but perhaps more importantly, it just lets you know when it's going to rain at your house, which, as silly as that sounds, is actually a pretty big deal. I love it. I certainly love it. We did a lot of work on that app, did a lot of discussion, and it's a big deal. Even when I'm in dad mode, it lets me know when those storms are approaching. Where's Manolfi tonight? He's on a cruise ship. That putz. I wish I was on the cruise ship too. For now, they're the nastier storms exiting the metro, working over toward Brevard County. All right. Plenty of lightning in this cell here, working over toward Port St. John. So just a heads up. All right. All right. Listen. Share this if you've got friends you think that would benefit from getting this kind of information. We'll be watching. Terry says, question, any issues with flight coming into Orlando later tonight? It just depends. The problem is when you're pushing 10, these delays, they don't just clear themselves up super quick. It takes a while. So when it comes to these delays, and just look at the board right now, when it comes to these delays, there are way more flights delayed than there are on time. That's not good. That's not good. Speaking of delays and things that are not good, just want to let you know, we also monitor, thanks to the folks over at poweroutage.us, and there are less than 1,000 people without power in Central Florida, but that is still a thing. There are still people without power. So just wanted to let you know. All right. All joking aside, I will continue to monitor this. I will be posting to Twitter and Facebook and all that. WESH 2 mobile app for your weather information, the weather alerts, the radar, and all that fun stuff. And I will see you for Coffee Talk tomorrow morning, bright and early at 8 o'clock. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out. Tune in to the other Mets starting at 4.